Hello, I'm Stephen Baldwin, and I want to welcome you this week to our devotional for this week. And we're going to continue on our topic about suffering. Well, when you think about suffering, I know that it's not my favorite subject, but we need to think about this and talk about this from a biblical perspective because God has a plan of fulfillment in your life based upon the sufferings that He allows to happen in our lives. And oftentimes it brings up more questions than it does answers. And so some of the questions that we have as it relates to suffering is, what is the purpose of suffering? We all know Romans 8:28, but however, as we think about that we know all things work together for the good, we often always still have the question about, although we understand this, how does it shape our lives? How does it strengthen us? And how does it bring about the greater things of God in our lives? Another question is, what is the role of Jesus in our sufferings? You know, we understand that when we suffer, there is a different dynamic when Jesus is a part of our suffering. That is a good and great comfort to know that He never leaves us nor forsakes us, even in our sufferings. And so we have the assurance of His presence and the assurance that He is walking with us and He never leaves us alone. Here's another question. How do we grow by the means of spiritual suffering? That's one of the things that we're going to discover this week. How do we grow spiritually? Because we know that there are hard times that happen to us. They help to refine us. They help to make us stronger. But spiritually, how does suffering help us in our pursuit of God's fulfillment, God's purpose in each and every one of our lives? And so a lasting question that we would enter into is there a hope beyond suffering? Revelations talks about that He is going to one day wipe away all of our tears, and that there will be no more tears, there will be no more crying, there will be no more pain. But until we get to that point, we have a sense of hope that we have in Jesus. So I want to invite each and every one of you, bring your family, your friends to join with us this week. Use our prayer focuses, our journal points to help you to guide yourself through this week's devotion, this week's teaching. And certainly, we definitely want to see you come out on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. In person is our prayer that you are able to do that, or online, where Bishop will be sharing with us a deeper understanding of the teaching on the issue of suffering and the blessing of going through with Jesus Christ and His purpose in our lives. So I want to ask you, if you can also share this, also be online where you can share the link of afcchicago.org, where we have all of the materials that will be out there for you. Please share them, invite your friends. We want to invite you to be a part of what God wants to do through your life through this topic, this difficult topic called suffering. God bless you is our prayer.